Welcome to Lobby Talks. This is episode 3. Your host Ravi Sharma at Tulsa Marriott Southern Hills. Today we're going to be talking to an international intern at our hotel. Her name is Marie Emery, and she is from France, a great student finishing her master's. This is her second time here with us at Tulsa. So over to Marie. Marie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Well, hello, Ravi. Thank you for having me today. As you said, my name is Marie. I am an international intern here at Marriott Tulsa Southern Hills. I am pursuing my master's degree in international business and luxury tourism in France.
Prior to getting into hospitality master's degree, what was your bachelor's in? What did you do?
I started my bachelor's in France in business. I was always passionate about travel, but never thought I would pursue anything in tourism after. I had experience in bartending, restaurant manager outside of university of college. And then I went abroad to study abroad here in the US in Tulsa. Did a full year at the University of Tulsa, loved it. It was a great experience to meeting new people, new cultures. And then I had to go back to France to pursue my master's degree. This master's degree is about international travel and also business tourism. And I loved it. We
Yeah.
had to do those 2 internships, and I was looking for an internship. I didn't want to stay in France. Had to go back again.
Yeah.
And was looking for my internship to come here again in Tulsa and work more in the hospitality industry in the US.
It's an amazing journey, really a good start for you. So you chose international internship. Is there a process that you have to go through your college for selection?
Yes.
You have to compete to get to that?
Absolutely. So the internship itself is mandatory in my master's program. I could do it in France. I could
Okay.
honestly stay in France. A lot of people in my class stayed in France. But I decided to come here to study abroad. And I think it was the biggest experience personally, but also professionally, as all the process with the visa, it's a lot of work, you
Yeah.
know. But for application, for example, at this hotel, we met on LinkedIn, if I remember. And then the process here with this hotel was pretty easy as everything was so smooth. Once I got the acceptation, the hardest work was the visa process, the J1.
Yeah. Yeah. I still remember your first message to me on LinkedIn introducing yourself and asking for the opportunity to. I was a little skeptical because we have never done this from the hotel standpoint, but you were so convincing, and you mentioned that you had been to Tulsa and went to TU. That made me really very comfortable. And the other thing that you also mentioned was that you were looking at other competing hotels that you might be end up choosing. And I'm grateful that you chose Tulsa Marriott Southern Hills. I know that Lee, our HR manager at the time, and I worked on your visa application and preparing that curriculum for you to come.
Yes.
But still, sometimes I still wonder why Tulsa, why not New York, why not Chicago, why not Miami, Dallas, or a larger city, Seattle, or something
Right.
like that popular. How did you end up just choosing Tulsa only?
It's easy to choose a big city. There's a lot of job offers. You can see online, New York City, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Miami.
Yeah.
There's a lot of French people over there too.
Yeah,
But Tulsa stood out for me because the people here are so welcoming. And I could see that in the hotel as well. The team was just so welcoming to me. And this hotel in particular, because first it's a full service hotel. So it would allow me to learn from many departments and learn from a lot of people from different cultures, different experiences. And that is very important when you're just learning.
yeah, yeah.
And second thing is this hotel has a lot of the big part of this hotel is the business side. So we hosting a lot of conferences, events, and it's a big part of the degree, the business tourism.
And that's what you're studying about, right?
Absolutely.
So you came here last year for 6 months, a little over 6 months. How did that knowledge, the book knowledge that you had, and practical aspects of that you saw, how did that help you grow in the last year? And you came with some new hopes and new opportunities that you want to excel in. Talk
Yes.
to me a little bit about what you learned last year and what you're going to do, looking forward to learn this year.
All right. So last year I did a total of 5 months here at Marriott Southern Hills, Tulsa, and I was discovering hospitality. So I was applying what I learned at school, and I learned about different departments, all the different departments from the hotel. There's a lot in one building, and I went from front desk to F&B. So I also applied what I learned back home when I was working in the restaurant. I was working with the sales, marketing, banquets, and I learned from all those different departments, all those different people that make this hotel one place all together. It just makes sense to have everyone in the same place working together. And I learned that if you didn't have all those departments together, the place it wouldn't have the same meaning.
Yeah, yeah. You know, being young and traveling internationally sometimes is worrisome for people. When you thought about coming back to US after your 1 year at TU, were you more confident that you could go and settle in and kind of excel being in Tulsa?
I think that helps a lot. First, traveling teach you a lot when you get by yourself
Yeah,
and you learn new things. You have to figure it out.
yeah,
And then learning here at Tulsa Marriott Sun Hills taught me how we can do great things with good people. So when I had to go back in France, I was the leader of group projects, and some of the professors actually told me they could see the difference. They could see the leadership, and they could see the influence of the American
yeah,
leadership
yeah.
on me and on other people also in my class.
Ah, that's very good to know. One question that keeps coming back to my mind is, you're going to be here for 1 full year with us this year. You just came back again in March, and a lot of departments you want to visit. You have a good, uh, clear kind of an agenda that you want to work with. How much are you in communication with your professors in France and what you're learning on a daily basis? I think you're still working on your thesis, right? On your final project, yeah. So how is that working out for you so far?
So this year, as I came back, I still have 6 months officially with school, and I am working on my thesis to finish that. And regularly, one of my professors, I am working on research thesis that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be talking about the difference actually of the cultures in the U.S. and the French hospitality, which
Which
is
is going to be
very
my next question, yeah.
yes,
Oh,
that's very interesting.
yeah,
But I'm not alone here because there's this team in this hotel. And second, I also have the backup in school with the professors. And I also talk with different people in my class that I know they're doing the same experience, not abroad, but
in France.
in France.
Yeah.
Yes.
So coming to that next question that we were just talking about, what are the major differences that you find in hospitality, the European hospitality versus the American hospitality?
I would say the US hospitality has a service that is more guest oriented. There's more freedom in the way you want to act with guests. You're more friendly with the guests. In France, and hospitality is more formal, but also very standards with traditional and very detail oriented. So I would feel that learning about both industries is really helpful to appreciate an appreciation of both. And I think that a mix of both together is just a great way to offer a service to the guests in hospitality in general. I would say that in the US, you just have more opportunities that
Potential,
arises.
yeah.
Yes, in every
Aspect of the business, yeah,
yes.
yeah, I understand. That's great. That's a good analysis of that. So once you finish your internship here, are you planning to look for future job opportunities within the U.S. or do you plan to go back to France? I understand that you're originally from Belgium, isn't it? And are you going back to your country or do you want to flourish here? Or are you going to look into more opportunities within the U.S. hospitality market?
Yes. So as I work in the travel industry, I it would be easy for me to go back home and apply everything and have a job there.
Yeah.
I would just like. I don't think it's ready. It's a good time right now to just go back home and settle in because I feel like you need to learn more every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I did enjoy a lot of the U.S. hospitality industry and the work industry in the U.S. So I don't think would go back home would make sense right now. I would stay here like in a few years for a few years. I feel
Okay.
because the leadership here in America is really different in how you work in companies than in France.
So, how could you help one of your juniors who's now in first year of college? They're planning to get into their first year of internship. What kind of help you can offer them, and what kind of advice you would give them when they're looking for places to go?
Yes. So first advice I would give to someone who would like just to go abroad, do an internship but doesn't know how to do it is that just start to connect with people and see what you want to do. If you want to stay in the same continent or outside of it, what kind of field you want to work in. But also, if you have an opportunity, even if you don't see that that's what you wanted, that was your first goal, if you have an opportunity, just no, don't say no. Just say yes because that's what's going to bring you growth and stepping out of your comfort zone
Yeah.
is really
And
important.
it's a give and take. You know, you have to
Absolutely.
take this first step to get forward
Yes.
and move on with that.
Yes. Growth comes with, small steps every day.
Absolutely.
And it's not because you have the dream job or dream internship position that you want right now that's going to make everything better. That someone else who didn't think that would happen.
Yeah.
So got something else.
So as we wrap up, Mary, what would you say is your ultimate takeaway from your experience as an intern so far? And obviously, you have quite a few months left, a year ahead of you. But what's your takeaway so far?
The takeaway of this internship here at Tulsa Mary at Southern Hills would be that keep learning because it's a lot about learning, but you don't learn everything in one day, right? You don't come as everything is granted. So taking small steps every day and be humble, I think, and those positions is really important. But also never underestimate the power of going abroad,
Yeah.
of meeting new people and new cultures, and I think that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah. So Marie, as a general manager of the hotel, I'm really very fortunate to have you, and I think my team of all departments is looking to work with you, give you all the tools and resources to succeed in your internship program, and also prepare you for success in the hospitality industry. I know that not only they're excited, but they're also very, very focused on making sure that you were the first intern that whoever applied for Tulsa Merit Southern Hills, and we will have more opportunities with other interns coming from other countries, even more from including from your own university in France. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for being passionate about this industry. Thank you for exploring the American hospitality. And as you grow, please be mindful that the first step action has to come from you. The initiative has to start from you. Then everybody else is there to help you and support you in your success plan. So I wish you all the best. This next year is very challenging and good and interesting for you. And me and my team are really, really looking forward to help you grow and succeed in your career.
Thank you so much, Ravi.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in and hearing about the journey of our incredible international student from France. On the next episode, we'll dive into the story of how we've taken Tulsa by storm and the journey of our hotel. Until then, thanks for checking in with us.